Your eyes do not deceive you. You read the title correctly. ZT Brawl is now the proud owner of a fucking Matcherino pin. That's right, the same person that like tilted in M3 somehow. I'm still kind of like freaking out and speechless from the fact that I won it. Unfortunately, I didn't get the gameplay live or anything, but I'm just gonna spectate the game so I can through our thought process and, you know, what we're doing. You can treat this as a guide to win a Matcherino, even though you should not be listening to ZT Brawl for that advice. Okay, so this is game 1 versus Pierre, Bay Area, and Ken Konecki, who is a pro player. I don't know if I can reveal the identity of Ken Konecki, but all you have to know is that this dude is, like, insane. Well, like, this is not a free matchup by any means. Like, it does not, like, look at that, Ken's the GOAT. Yeah, I have to, like, tank the death there to catch the ball. Sanchez is able to clear it. And, like, we have, like, a really weird defense here. I do think we get scored on. Yeah, okay. But we're just getting a feel for it game 1, you know. We're learning the matchup. We're seeing what we can do. I get the Lillian spawn here, and I can't really, like, self-pinch, but he walks up to me, which is really convenient. And then this is what the game, like, really, like, boils down to, like, after the start. Like, it's just, like, a lot of putting the barley on the willow and then like putting me on the lily while pinching the willow as well. And yeah, I just catch him out because he doesn't have a gadget left because he used it just like a few seconds ago. Unfortunately, Pierre does get Michael down with the mind control. And then we're in like a really like weird spot here. Like I'm just like up here. Like he missed his super, but I'm pretty sure we got scored on here at some point. Did we? I have no idea. Oh yeah, he gave him the ball. I like low-key don't remember like which one of these is a win and which one of these is like a loss, you know? But something I should note here is that this was a round 4 game, but it was a best of 1 regardless. Yeah, no, he hits a really nice hyper there. Like actually the most fucking insane Willy gadget or no Willy hyper I've ever seen. Like can we get a run back on that? Look at this. Look at this. Look at this. He just goes for it. What is that? Like what was the point? You could have just auto-aimed it, but no. He just wanted the fucking sauce. But yeah, we let the Lily live here, which is really unfortunate. I mean, like, we have, like, good positioning. Like, we have, like, multiple hypers, but, like, it's just, like, not enough. I guess does get the super, and then we don't have enough health to close this out, I believe. Yeah. But we do actually get a couple kills here, though. Yeah. But at this point, you know, it's pretty late into the game, you know. It's hard to score into this matchup if they have a lot of control. But yeah, no, look at that. Like look at this Lily hyper, dude. Like, what is that? He's, like, on God so extra with it. But yeah, we don't score here. We lose game 1. Okay, game 2. This is, like, a really, like, rough matchup. Especially, like, for us, because we have a Lumi and a Barley, and they have a Lily, which is, like, it's a really free Lily game. Especially for Ken, who has literally 10 ping. Yeah, we start out, like, not so good. Our ball positioning is kind of weird. We're kind of, like, on the wrong lanes. Like, we need to put the Barley on the Willow at all times. I believe the draft order was Willow 1, and then Barley Lumi 2, 3. And then, you know, obviously Gus Lily, and then Kenji. I wasn't, like, the biggest fan of Kenji last pick, mostly because, holy super. I wasn't a huge fan of the Kenji last pick, because Kenji last pick kind of forces us in a position where, like, the Lily is going to get a lot of free value. I missed my shot there. I almost get shot by the fucking... Okay, wow, what is going on right now? Choke fucking festival right now, and he hypers nothing, thankfully. Yeah, I mean, just like, it's kind of like boring mid-game. We're really focusing on, like, not dying here, trying to, like, hold mid. Because, like, this is still, like, a really hard matchup. Like, we need to play it, like, really carefully. Like, we need to, like, very slowly move up the map, and then, like, when the time is right, we need to, like, get a team kill. Because we have 3 different abilities that can, like, fully team wipe. Also, like, I ate 3 fucking gush shots in a row right there. No, I was very scared we were gonna get scored on here, but Sanchez hits like a really good fucking Kenji hyper. And, like, he only got 1 kill with the Kenji hyper, but it was still like really good because it got him like where he needed to be. Got us like really good positioning. And, you know, we're up here now. Still not like a free goal, but like we just need to take it slow. See, because like that can just happen, you know. Again, it's an extraordinarily free Lily game. Yeah, and like, dude, Michael's just getting bullied by the fucking mind control Kenji every time. And well, thankfully he does a misstep here and we're able to get a goal, I think, maybe? Yeah, we were able to get it. Okay, game 3. We're kind of getting used to the Lily right now. Like, we're able to defend her really nicely. Me and Michael are able to, like, reposition really fast. And then this is, you know, I don't mind dying there because we need the Barley on the Willow, like, ASAP. Like, that death did not mean that much, you know? And we have some, like, really weird ball movement here. Michael actually woke up, like, 15 minutes before the tournament started, and this game took place, like, maybe 30 minutes after it started. So, like, he's on... Like, he's still, like, brain fogged, you know? Like, this is, like, one of his first games of the day. This is, like, a really chopped defense here. But yeah, no, Lily just kind of keeps doing the same super. We're kind of ready for it, but he does stay in that bush. but we're also ready for that. Sanchez does a really good job of allowing us to move with the map rather easily here. Yeah, really nice kill. We super the ball up. I don't think we score here. The Gus has his gadget shot, and he has plenty of ammo to kill me. I'm not too sure if I could have scored there if I just, like, committed, but I don't think so. Yeah, they're just cornering the ball. They have half the game left. With Willow and Gus, they have, like, a really good stall comp, but we just need, like, one good team wipe, and we get the hyper there. We're really scared of feeding Willow super here, but we just kind of take it slow. We get the goal. The Willow super, like, kind of prevents us from scoring certain goals. Also, that Willy just, like, vanished. We hit a really nice Kenji super there, but I don't think we actually win here. Like, I hit, like, such a good fucking Lumi super, but, like, I choked it really bad. Like, I'm choking right now. Like, I'm kind of, like, I didn't even expect to win this game, let alone the tournament. But yeah, no, I choked really bad. Thankfully, we were far up the map when we choked, so it's like, you know, it's more like a reset than, you know, like us immediately losing. We do just, like, solo hyper the Willow, which is kind of like hater behavior, but, you know, it's fine. We do catch the ball there. It's kind of, like, far up the map, so I do have to, like, push up into the Willow to get it. Because the Willow, like, if she catches the ball, shoots it, and then mind controls someone, she can just score immediately. So it's, like, a really sensitive situation, but he kind of wastes it on Hugo. Hugo is the Kenji, by the way. It's Sanchez. Hugo Sanchez. Yeah, no, we're in a really weird position here. I have my Lumi hyper. I'm, like, kind of freaking out. We're unsure whether to go for a draw or to go for the win here because we don't really have overtime comp. We have a Barley and a Kenji in overtime. It's not really, like, the best combo, but they have Lily and a Willow, so it's, like, it's not horrid. But he goes for the super there. I do dodge it. I do hit the Gus, and I do get the Lily here, I believe, yeah. And I do whiff that. I had my hyper, like, right before that. Yeah, we're just leaving the ball there. We decided to go for the draw at this point. Which, you know, it's still not, like, a free win. Like, I think I put this in the right side corner. Like, I'm still, you know, debating on where to, like, put it, because the Lily's very scary. He goes invis here. I'm just on ball defense duty. Yeah, he actually hits the mind control. If there was, like, a second left, we would lose. But yeah, on to game 4. You know, not something you see every day. Spoiler alert, there is multiple more game 4s, I think. There might only be one, I'm not sure. But there is at least one more, if not more. We started off with a loss and a win that we drew in, like, a really close game. So, like, we're feeling pretty good going into this game. This is, like, kind of a chopped defense, but I do get it somehow. Honestly, like, if Pierre used his mind control there, we were kind of fucked. You know, we're getting pretty used to playing against the Lily right now. Hugo gets hit by the Lily in realm, but he kind of, like, wasted it. Because he can just come back immediately, and, like, that just, like, kind of fed his hyper. And wasted the Lilies as well. Because you don't actually, like, recharge your Lily super or hyper while you're in the hyper realm. So, it was actually a negative trade for them. I kind of hit Bay Area. He goes down, he doesn't bother using his super. Because even if he did, it would have been wasted. We'll get the goal. At this point, we have a little under half the game left. We're not sure if we can completely stall, but we're really scared of the Lily hyper right now. Or at least, like, the Lily in general. Yeah, no, he's invis here. We're kind of aware he's invis. We're all calling out in VC, like, when he's invis, because it's really important for this kind of matchup. And we do get him. This defense is a little weird. Thankfully, he hit a shot and then picked up the ball so he couldn't immediately gadget, and I just cornered that. Yeah, over the next 40 seconds, you're going to see us very struggle to defend that ball. But no, it's really close. Like, he has the hyper, he's charging off with the Kenji, and I just get caught out there. We hyper for Bay Area, which I think was worth it, all things considered. But yeah, no, we kind of feed Pierre his hyper super, but he takes it forever getting this Kenji kill, so he has to waste it. Honestly, a positive trade, you know, he got full HP back from that. And then we get the ball. He's debating whether to shoot it upward, upright, or in the corner, and he just goes for the corner. As long as he doesn't, like, give the Willow hyper, it's fine. And I just do that, and yeah, it's not enough to win. And just, like, to put it into perspective, you know, like, this is a pro rank. Bay Area is a pro rank and a monthly finalist. Wait, Bay Area's not pro rank? What? How? And then Ken is an alt account of someone that is a pro rank and a pro player and a monthly finalist. And, you know, he doesn't have pro rank on this account, but, you know, he is fucking 11k elo with, like, no power levels. I'm gonna skip over our round 5 match and just gonna go into, I think this is semi-finals right now. Our match against Sans, Ducky, and Venom. Alright, yeah, game 1 against Sans with Pinball Dreams. We kind of have, like, a weird draft here. I wouldn't really call it, like, a control comp, but, like, it kind of plays like it. It's like a control comp, but we have a lot of things that can help us win. You know, we have the Kaze hyper, we have the Tara hyper. We were debating between quite a few brawlers for last pick, and we decided on Tara. I forget what the other brawlers were, but, like, I think everything good was, like, banned. Okay, we do catch that ball. That was kind of off screen. I hope you were able to, like, see that. And I just like, get Venom here. We figure out he's on this gadget, which like makes sense in this matchup, but like we low-key forgot Sans had super. But yeah, we kind of figure out that the method is to put me on the Kenji. And I like low-key like look at the shit. Look at that fucking shot, bro. That's like actually like the cleanest thing I've ever done, low-key. Yeah, he wastes his cocoon here. We're able to just like score here. I break the wall, we shoot it upward. Yeah, look at that. But yeah, we get the hyper down, we get the Kaze hyper down. We have a lot of purple buttons going off right now, even though the other hyper was wasted, you know, we're able to get it. Yeah, I start next game on the on Sans lane, but we switch it pretty quickly. I'm going into this lane knowing that I'm going to die to Ducky. Like my goal here is just to get as much super as I can, and I do get most of it. I believe him like a sliver off at this point. But yeah, we're just like hoping that we don't get scored on like last game, and you know, as you can kind of guess, that doesn't really go well. They low-key like let Ducky get his super back, which is kind of crazy. But yeah, I'm like walking up with super here. We get the Kaja super done, which kind of spaces them all away from mid. And Sanchez picks up a really nice kill against Ducky here so we can move up for free. I think our callouts in VC were to take it slow, and then we just like, we kind of realized how good of a position we were in. You know, we picked up that kill. Sanchez pretty weak here. I have a hyper. And my team like low-key gets fucking demolished, and I'm just like putting that in that corner. We're under like serious risk of getting, you know, scored on. But I have a hyper, Sanchez has a hyper. Like, we have a lot of resources to make sure we don't get scored on, but it's still close. Now, you see they spread out like a little fucking hat here now that I have my hyper. But I just decided to like go for it and get Ducky here. He's the biggest threat, and the wall break kind of allows us to move up on the other two pretty easily. There you go. We get the hyper mines down, and Ducky does maybe the best movement I've ever seen here. Oh my god, he's so good. And then I just super him. We put the ball in the net. But as you can see by the little bar on the bottom, the game doesn't go on for much longer. We have the hyper down. Venom has his hyper. I don't actually know what happens here. I kind of forgot, low-key. And then Sanchez gets that really nice kill on Sans, which allows us to move up. We have another bow hyper already. And yeah, he's in the cocoon. Like, he's in a really bad spot. We're just able to score it. Moving on to set 2, it's best out of 3, you know. Our draft here was, like, really interesting. So, we banned Buzz, Charlie, Cordelius, and then first picked Draco. That was, like, kind of the entire idea, because this isn't, like, a map we're super familiar with, but we have a pretty good idea because we all play a lot of ranked. I mean, of course, they all do, too, but they're actually good at the game, and we have to deal with randoms. The Meg pick here is just supposed to be hard defense and like holding the mid, which, you know, you might assume that it's going to do kind of poorly based on that, and you're kind of right. It's a very like control-based pick. I'm just holding the mid as long as I can until I die. It looks better in practice, I promise. I kind of make a mistake by going up here, but I kind of needed to. I can't really avoid not getting demeched. They have the little ice circles down. I have my hyper here. I don't think I use it immediately. I kind of hold on to this for a while, if I remember correctly. But yeah, we get the melody out here. We're trying to move up. We have no safe damage currently. Draco and Carl are our only safe damage, which are frankly a lot of safe damage, but they don't have anything to like actually get them up the map. Like, even if, like, you know, Sanchez moves up the map here, like, it's still really hard for him to get consistent safe DPS. And you'll see that reflected in the next 2 games. But yeah, honestly, from, like, a spectator perspective, this is a very, very, very boring game if you're only, like, looking at me. So, like, we can, like, look at my team, you know, like, Michael pops hyper here, he gets super, he gets the breakpoint. He doesn't get the breakpoint. Okay, never mind. I don't know what he was shooting at there. At this point, they kind of, like, wasted a lot of their abilities, and they only got 2% in that push right there. So it's not as bad as a position as it looks like, but with us not having that breakpoint already, it's kind of hard for us to win the game at this point. We're just trying to, like, make it up the map, do some, like, last-minute damage. Like, I'm still holding my hyper at this point. I think I pop it and waste it here, if I remember correctly. Do I even do any? Oh, no, I hit Venom. Bang. But yeah, just too little too late. Going into game 2 here, it's more the same, but we decided to switch to the Carl lane. We're hoping that Draco on the Melody is a bit better, because, like, even if the Melody gets super, it gives Draco a lot of his super. And the Carl on right allows us to pinch out the Lumi and the Amber a little better. I swipe at nothing. I'm just defending Ducky right here. I do get D-Mech, but that's just, you know, the price of defending the best drafter NA. I'm just trying to, like, poke and get my super back, hopefully before the Melody gets her super, which, you know, I kind of fail. I shoot the safe there, really impactful safe damage. I'm kind of, like, aware that Venom wants to walk up on me, but I also lack the ability to do anything about it. You might have seen there, I got my hyper. In a rush to defend this because, you know, it's an Amber and a Lumi, and they, you know, we hit the breakpoint already. So we didn't take too much damage. I do end up using my hyper there to defend, unfortunately. And Michael uses his to go on offense, which is really nice for us. We're able to just trade out safe damage. They're both alive on that left lane. I'm just trying to go right here, try to pinch them out. I just tanked the Amber hyper. I'm the only one that got hit by it, which is really good. I'm kind of like the punching bag for the Amber and Lumi in this matchup, which is a little unfortunate, but it is what it is. Michael survives there, which was really nice. You know, just made him waste even more resources than they already did. We are still down, and they don't have a breakpoint to worry about in this situation, so we do take quite a bit of safe damage. We're not at like 25% left, so it's still winnable. Yeah, we just kind of use our abilities here, walk up, we hit the breakpoint, and then we use Carl Hyper to just shred the safe even more. I do believe we get it down to 25% here. We go down to 29% ourselves, so we do the, you know, simple math. We have 4% to work with here, or we either draw or lose. And, you know, we have Michael going up here, and then like, we know that Sanchez wants to do something, and the Ducky wants to do something, and I whiffed my fucking super there. But thankfully Michael's on offense, and he, you know, he won against the Ember, so we're good. Dope shit. Round 3, gonna be kind of change of pace. We do the same lanes, but you'll see what I mean in a second. You might see how fast the bar is progressing. I'm not actually, like, too entirely sure what happens here, like, specifically, but basically we get pressed early, they leave Michael, and then we're telling Michael to, like, just stay up there, we can defend this fine. And then, like, I'm low here, and then Sanchez just commits to going up, and, like, I am kind of fucked. I just decided to, like, go up and die here, because it's better if I get in my mech. Sam's, like, really fucked up by killing me there, I think. But yeah, no, we're trading out safe damage. We're both alive. Venom's kind of really, like, indecisive here. He's either going for Michael or, you know, that. And I misclicked my hyper here, I misclicked it there, and I misclicked it there. And I didn't hit any time. But we win the game with 200 HP. Honestly, I'm gonna be so for real, we deserve to lose that game. I fucked up thrice. The purple button did not want to be clicked, but you know, it is what it is. We won the game. That was semi-final match, and we had like a small 15-minute break before going into finals. So this is finals. They have 2 Matcherino pin winners. You know, they got pro ranks. I'm pretty sure Nerf has pro rank. If not, he's like really close to it. You know, not a bad player next to, you know, Banny and Ormy. But yeah, our lanes are kind of fucked up here. We're kind of just debating on when to switch lanes, and I decided now is fine. We kind of give up some free positioning, and Sanchez wasn't able to move away from the Griff, so we kind of just get stuck in spawn a bit here. Michael had some really nice shots here, spaced them out, kind of lets us switch lanes. Not switch lanes, but it gives us a lot of good positioning. I hit a lot of shots here. I'm pressing them. I believe I hit some shots against Nerf, and I cocoon him. There we go. And then we got Sanchez up. Michael gives me the shield so I can 4-tap Nerf here, and then we're able to put the ball in the net there. And you might have noticed the lack of spiders against the Griff, and you'll see, I'll point it out once I use the first gadget. But yeah, no, basically our entire objective is to keep the Ashe on the Hank as long as possible and keep me on the Griff on open lane. So right now I'm on right lane because that's the lane that he decided to break. So now we're here. He has this nice bush to work with, which is really annoying for me. I have a hyper super here to work with. I see Ashe going in. I think we wanted to play it slow, but then we got that kill, and we're like, oh, it's only Nerf, we can move up here. I could have popped hyper and tried to like get the ball faster, but I figure it's worth saving, and I just hit that, and then you know, I'm just kind of waiting for a Nerf here. I don't die, but yeah, there's the gadget. It just kind of lets me tank more shots. He kind of chokes against me right there. Michael gets that kill. I kind of whiff my super here, but it kind of prevents Banny from walking upward. We try to get a pinch here, and we kind of fuck up, but it doesn't actually matter too much. Michael did what he needed to do there, so it's like, it's honestly kind of fine. I don't think the Hank kill impacted much. But yeah, no, same thing happens there, but I eat, you know, all of the Griff shots, and I kind of feed him hyper here. We were trying not to feed the Griff hyper by the end of the game, but, you know, shit happens, and we do have Sanchez live. It's really nice. I just pop my hyper, I go for Banny, and then, you know, I'm just trying to disrupt as much as I possibly can. You know, we're up a goal, we have 10 seconds left, you know, we're doing a good job here. And it's only Ormy. Ormy can't do this. Going into game 2 here, we want me on left lane again, but we're hoping I just want the Griff. As long as I'm on the Griff, it's fine. It doesn't actually matter the orientation of the lanes, but he just decides to go left this time, and I match his lane. For the next, I don't know, 10 minutes, you're gonna see me on the Griff, and only the Griff. Yeah, we give the shield to Sanchez. He does a lot on the Ashe there, which is really nice. Sanchez, like, well, he popped off this game. He does not, he hasn't gotten enough credit for, like, how well he played this round. See why he really hasn't, but, you know. And we're getting pushed back really far here. Sanchez is alive with hyper, so we are able to defend here. He throws his Wrath onto the Griff, and he is able to get some damage, but not a whole lot. Just enough time for me and Michael to respawn, and we're still in a bad spot here. I do cocoon the Griff, and it's a really awkward 3-2-1 there. We aren't able to pick up the kill, but we disrupted everything for 5 seconds. We're able to heal up, you know, we're in a better position than we were, you know, 5 seconds back. But, you know, they pop a lot of their hypers to get that. It's fine, you know. They wasted literally all of their abilities there. We're feeling pretty confident going into this next goal. Again, I am just staying on the Griff as long as I can. This is, like, definitely boring from, like, a spectator POV. Like, and it's, like, in hindsight, it is so boring. Like, I'm just, like, I'm just range tying the Griff. But yeah, no, I do whiff my hyper. I whiff at 1 HP there, which is fucking insane. We are able to just pass this upward twice. Might be able to put it in the net. If I did live at 1 HP there, I'm not too sure we would have actually scored, which is, you know, a little crazy. We don't mind taking this into overtime because we, like, outranged them by a ton in overtime, so we're down if we just live 20 more seconds. But Sanchez takes a lot of damage from the Hank, like, a lot. And we can't really afford to, like, not pressure the Hank, and we do miss a Gus Super. And it really just, like, leaves us out of position. I'm getting pinched by 2 people. You know, Michael's on the Hank lane, you know, Sanchez was on the, you know, Jay Young. It's rough. I do actually, like, hit that, but I shot the wall, and it's not enough. Going into game 3, we kind of see our win condition is either team wiping and getting a goal or just taking it to overtime. So we're perfectly content to just wait out for 2.5 minutes and just go to OT. Again, more fucking griff stalling. Again, not like in like a very interesting Charlie game. If you want entertainment, you should be looking at Sanchez, because, like, he does a lot. You know, he's on the impact brawler, you know. I'm just kind of, like, on mid right here. We switched to the Gus 2 left to counter the Griff, just so we could get up faster. Like, me on the Jay Young is just, like, objectively worse, but it went us faster, and I was at full HP, and, you know, Jay Young couldn't do a lot. And we're just trying to, like, take it slow here. They're all in spawn. We have a lot of abilities. Like, I have a cocoon. I think Sanchez is close to super. Sanchez kind of rushes in. Not, like, the greatest idea, but it does end up working out, and I end up with a goal. We're kind of aware of their comp not having a whole lot of, like, actual team wipe potential outside maybe a Griff Hyper. So our main priority is not to feed that at all and just get the Gus on him. But unfortunately, we really choked on that fucking Hank lane, and, you know, we just immediately tied the game back up. But tying isn't losing. I kind of fuck up my lane pressure here because I wasn't sure if I was going mid or lane. But we decide it's better if I just go to lane. We can pinch the Griff out there, yep. I think my Ashe is close to hyper there, yep. And then I just do that, I cocoon Orme. And we can't actually convert to anything here yet. I'm just trying to pinch out Banny here to basically no fucking avail. I've missed so many shots. Keep in mind, this is only like 5-10 minutes, maybe 15 after we beat Sands. So, like, we're not that calm. This is a finals to get the Matcherino pin against players that are, like, objectively better. So, you know, we're kind of freaking out still. But we're trying to stay as calm as we can. I kind of am stuck on the Hank lane here. The thing if I get on a Hank lane is, like, it's really hard for me to get off of it. Like, he's just able to just pinch so well against his wall. But Sanchez just kind of goes for it and switches on the Hank, and then we go into overtime. We're perfectly aware that we have better comp for overtime. So we're just trying to, like, wait and see what we can do. I do get that, and I get that, and I slow down Banny. We are able to get the ball up and not get toward him, which is really nice. We're kind of... Like, I don't know if we're going for a draw or a win. Either is fine by me at this point, but we know we have a lot of outrange, but we're aware that the Griff has a hyper, and they have a Jay Young to speed it up, which is not amazing. So we're trying to be a little cautious here. We're kind of waiting for Nerf to send it with the Griff hyper and see what we can do in the final few seconds of the game. We're like, the hope here is that we don't take a whole lot of damage, and we really don't. But Sanchez does, in fact, go down, and we just get stalled and to stop at the top of the map. We're not able to actually get a goal, and we're going on to game 4 again. Round of 4. Can you guess what lane I'm going? Yup, it's the Griff. But yeah, no, this entire game is just like a lot of stall, a lot of control, I believe. I'm just trying not to fold to Nerf. As long as I don't die, it's fine. I'm trying not to feed because, you know, the Griff Hyper kind of costed us last game. But, you know, as you can see, I'm not doing, like, the best job. Michael does take a lot of damage from that fucking Jay Young gadget. So our lanes are a little rolled here, but they actually don't really push up, which is nice. We do get a whole lot of damage on the Hank. Yeah, no, the Griff is doing really well here. I'm just, like, holding both his lane and the mid, and I do a good job of being in my gadget and healing up. That somehow fucking killed me. I don't know how, but it did. But I do believe Michael was able to defend here reasonably. You know, it's not like the cleanest defense in the world, but I don't think he goes down here. I lied. Yeah, I'm on the Griff. I just have to hope Hugo defends. I missed that early shot, which kind of sucks, but it ends up working out. And he's just, like, begging for help at this point. And we do get it. And I just go for hyper. Like, I'm just going for it. But, you know, yeah, Nerf is there. Like, I'm not able to secure it, and I kind of wasted hyper. Yeah, there's a lot of action right there, a lot of Griff supers. You know, here he has a hyper. Not like the greatest position. I'm trying to pinch out the Hank with Michael right now. Even though I'm not really supposed to be on the Hank lane, the Griff is dead, so it's fine. But yeah, no, I'm trying to hold the lane until he gets back, and he does get back, and I do take a lot of damage there. Yep, I go down. So it doesn't really work out, because now the fucking Hank has a wall to hide behind, and that is not a great thing. Our team doesn't possess any wall break, but their team possesses, you know, wall break and the ability to shoot around walls, so it's kind of rolled. We're kind of content to just like stall out for the next 15 seconds here and win in overtime as long as we all stay alive. And then he's 1k HP going into overtime, which is like not ideal. Nerf usually popped down for this hyper. He gets a really big Hank super there on me, and I can't move up. And I have to super to like stay alive. And yeah, no, it's not enough. So we did lose set 1. Going into set 2, this might look a bit familiar. We actually did the exact same bans as the other hot potato game. Of course, being Buzz, Cord, and Charlie. But the thing is, what happened is that they left Alley open, as well as Draco. So we had to pick between one, and we did end up on Alley, thank God. I'm just trying to defend the Draco a bit at the start here. I get my super. I wonder how long I hold this super, because I don't think I used this for a while. But yeah, no, our goal is just kind of just to get the Melody up the map here. How the draft played out is we picked Alley, and then they picked Draco and Crow, and then we picked Nita Melody. Nita's for the defense, and then we were kind of debating between Carl and Melody here, but we decided on Melody, so it was more consistent safe DPS. But yeah, we do get on the safe here. We get it down to 75. I have a lot of speed boost here and stuff, and I'm able to just assassinate him real fast. I'm able to just like get a lot of shots on the safe right here. The Hank pick, like, it looks troll, but like I think it makes sense, right? Because like it just defends it decently against the Alley and the Melody. We do go down to 50% here, but I pop my super there finally after like an entire minute of waiting. And I hit the Hank a lot just to help Hugo, you know, get the safe, and he's able to chip it down to 50%. While we struggle against the Draco. Yeah, Nerf goes in with his hyper. He does kind of waste it, so like we're pretty sure that like this is like winnable. Like it's hard, but it's winnable. Kind of a wasted Nita gadget here. The Hank is kind of up here for free, and we will relieve control of the mid, and it's just like not enough time. Alright, so this is match point for Crumbs. If they win this, they would get the pin. But you know, the title already kind of spoils it, you know? We just decide to put Melody on the left and me on the right, like we did with the last Hot Zone game. Or not Hot Zone, what the fuck, Heist. I'm able to just like pop gadget, I'm able to like be really annoying. My goal here is just to like kind of kill the Crow, kill the Hank, and make sure that we can get the Melody up to save. So going down there actually isn't too bad. I disrupted them a lot. Obviously, you know, it'd be better to not die, but you know, shit happens. I'm doing a bit better about defending against specifically the Draco because the Draco is a bit rough, and I'm able to just assassinate Nerf there before I die, which is really huge. Kind of a wasted bear, but you know, it's whatever. We are in spawn here. This is kind of what we were afraid of with this kind of comp. I'm just trying to like get into a bush so I can jump, and I am able to assassinate Nerf really well here. We're able to just get Sanchez on the save. I go down there, which is like completely fine because I have dosed my teammates on safe, and I'm just here to defend the Draco. As you can see, I immediately caught my gadget, and I'm just like shooting the fuck out of him. And I do actually end up leaving him. So I can go kill Nerf, and then I pop my super, I kill him, and then I'm just like running around, you know. The invis, like, they don't know if I'm in the mid or not. I mean, they wouldn't if I popped out of the fucking bush. I did some insane movement right there. Inspirational gameplay. I watched too many bad random clips. And then I'm just trying to kill Ormy here. I do end up getting him, which is really nice. And Michael hits a really good fucking stun here. Like, he trades out, and like that's enough. Like, I'm able to do a lot. We recovered like 43% there, which is like really huge. And I'm just like, you know, debating which lane to go because I can just assassinate it. Decide to go this lane. I pop my gadget and everything. I'm just going up. They can't defend me in time. Game 3 here, we're just kind of like locked in. You know, we understand we're on match point still. Our objective here is just to make sure that they defend as long as possible. As long as they defend, you know, obviously the shorter they can get safe damage. And I do get the Crow really early, which is huge. And I am able to finesse the Hank here really well. And Sanchez is able to stay up and get some extra safe DPS, which, you know, always nice. Yeah, no, we, wow, I did not realize that we just wasted a bear there. That's kind of crazy. I'm just trying to hit some taps, trying to get Ormy here. And I do end up getting him. And Sanchez does get Nerf here, and we're just like going for the safe DPS. And I'm actually rotating back so I can help with the Draco, as I'm confident that Sanchez was able to get that. We're just chilling in mid here. They have no pressure. Crow has no super. So like we're just waiting for a time to like walk up when they're out of ammo. And I do rotate around here just so I can split their attention. Because like Ali does a lot of safe damage there. Like they can't ignore me. and I do get Ormy there, and we have me and Sanchez on the save. They actually did Crow Hyper, so we're in a similar position to last game. Yeah, I just, like, I get my, my speed boost from, you know, the Crow being 1 HP. I'm just trying to, like, cause a scene here, you know, it doesn't matter which one of us gets the save as long as one of us does, and there we go. Yeah, basically there's KD farmed the entire game, but that's kind of the point. We're going into set 3 here. You know, we're all very tense, and Sanchez immediately goes down, which is, you know, not a great sign. We're actually not super tilted here. Not as tilted as you, like, might think we are, for, you know, going down a set and then having our Angelo immediately die, but, you know, it's fine. We actually do last a surprising amount of time, which, you know, maybe, like, not ideal, but we don't want to feed any of them super, but 2 of them get the super over time, so it's a little impossible to avoid. How the draft played out here is we first picked Angelo, and then they immediately went Charlie Kit. And Draco was open in this scenario, because we banned Ali over Draco. So we were very scared of the Draco, so we went Ollie so we could pressure throwers, and tanks with his other gadget, and then Squeak so we could, you know, pressure tanks, like Buster and Draco. Squeak also just, like, good in general. He does a whole lot of damage. He does waste his Cocoon there. I'm kind of just telling Michael to get back here because, you know, she just wasted Cocoon. Let's not, you know, feed her another one. We're just kind of, like, taking it slow. We don't really, like, want to get caught out by an Invis Kit or a Daryl roll or both. So, like, we're kind of, like, learning to just, like, stick together at basically all times. And just hits a really fucking juicy Pierce right there. And we're trying to move up the map to hit a pinch. Not super able, as we really do not want to feed the Charlie, because if Charlie gets hyper Cocoon here, we basically just immediately lose endgame. But Zone is closing in from the top, so Michael should be able to, like, pinch that out, and he hits some really nice shots here. I get jumped on. Like, I'm getting bullied this game. I'm gonna spoil you guys a little bit. I get bullied this entire fucking game. But yeah, we do get that win. You'll see what I'm talking about in the fucking later games, but, like, I get, like, completely bullied this entire fucking game. Like, it's not a fun Ollie game by any means. This isn't no fucking, like, Rafiki triple stun gameplay. This is, like, just, like, a fucking defensive shot being bullied. Yeah, no, we kind of pinch out Ormy here. We have 1 hyper, and Michael has his hyper, but no super. And I have my super in a gadget. Like, we're in a really nice spot here, but their Daryl's coming up on hyper, so, you know, like, not ideal. The Daryl hyper, you know, a lot of people think it sucks, but it reduces so much damage. Like, you can just tank everything. I'm just kind of staying here against the wall. I think I spotted Ormy while invis, which was really nice. We're kind of just, like, trying to stop them from healing here because we hit a lot of really good shots, mostly on Ormy. We have a hyper Squeak super to do it with. We're just kind of being patient, and I get jumped on because of course I did. Yeah, no, we are able to finish it out, which is, you know, good. 1v1, you know, there's 2 brawlers, the teammates pinched beautifully, and we're able to shoot the Charlie. Going into set 2, we're, you know, very nervous, because this is match point to get the Matcherino pin. This would be a good time to mention that, like, there's, like, maybe 20 people that have the pin in NA already. And, you know, it's, like, very exclusive still. Like, over time, it'll become more unserious, but, like, for now, it's still very competitive. Like, this was a very, like, marginally small tournament, but, regardless of that fact, you know, there's still, like, a lot of good teams, as you can see. We kind of just, like, owned round 1. I don't know how they lost that. But, yeah, no, we're hoping their mental's, like, a little fucked here, because that's kind of what it seems like. We did, and they kind of, like, threw that first round, so we're just, like, trying to see what we can do here. Again, we're trying to take it slow. I'm trying to stick together with my teammates so I can stun any potential Kits or Daryls. We're trying to not feed the Charlie Cocoon as well. Also trying to be aware of the Kit's location at all times, see if he's invis or not, because an invis Kit will destroy us. And they're just, like, chilling on that lane, and then they're just waiting the bush. They're waiting for endgame because that's where they excel. Obviously, they have a lot more experience than us, so they kind of thrive in the chaos a bit more. I think they're definitely, like, a significantly better team mechanically than ours, as we all have 50 ping. But yeah, no, we kind of fuck up here. I wasted my gadget really badly. But, yeah, they're just, like, up there. We kind of whiff a shot. We have a Squeak hyper to make it work, but, you know, we're not too sure we can get the win. But Michael does commit with a hyper here in a second. Yep. Does actually make it pretty close, but he just doesn't have the ammo to make it work. I mean, like, we're chilling because, you know, we have an Angela super, we got an Ollie super and gadget. Like, it's winnable by all means. We're just trying to be very wary of the Kit, you know, which is why you see Michael shooting basically air right now. We're just trying to get a location for the Kit. I actually didn't know he was there. Like, it's kind of crazy. We were around him so much. But yeah, Bandage is really out of position here, so I just gadget him. But he pops hyper, and then he gets jumped on, and then he dies, and then I get cocooned here, I believe. No, wait, he does. Yeah, no, it's really that position. And we do go down here, unfortunately. And that takes it to double match point, dude. Holy shit. Any nerves that we had last game are immediately double, or immediately at least doubled, you know, maybe tenfold in my case. I have like minimum 200 BPM this entire fucking game, I assure you. But yeah, double match point here. We're trying to be really safe, try not to feed the Charlie, because we understand that the cocoons are like what's killing us. We had some really nice shots on the Charlie there. It kind of forces them all to the back of the map, which will be a common theme for this last game. They're all chilling in the back. We're kind of scared of the kid going invis and going into these two bushes over here on the right side, which, you know, he does then. And we hit a really good pierce on the Daryl, so we can't move up at the same time. We kind of pinch from the top with Squeak, and it makes Nerf rotate late, and it puts him in a really, really, really awkward spot. But I do get cocooned, and they waste literally every fucking super on me, and only me, which was fucking insane. And I don't have ammo to finish it out. So yeah, no, we're one round away from losing. Like, we're very, 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 very nervous and scared. Like, you know, hands clamoring, knees trembling, arms heavy, mom's spaghetti. And then, you know, the kit gets those kills and those hits, I mean, and then we're very scared, you know. We fall back really far because we're very scared of feeding this Charlie super. And it's like, that's our main concern. But now that the kit's visible, we're kind of free to walk up for free here and might get some really nice gadgets. We're just trying to pinch out here at the top. And I just go in with my super. I hit my first super of the fucking game, and I get Banny. And then, you know, with the player advantage, we're trying to take it slow. We're trying to farm hypers here. You know, Sanchez gets his, and, you know, Nerf already has his. So it's like, it's fine if we feed him anyway, and Michael gets his hyper super. I'm about halfway to my super at this point, and Sanchez is very close to his super and hyper. And we kind of see them all in the back, and we're kind of scared of there being a kid in that top left bush, because that's what they did one of the rounds that we won. But we see the kit rotate up there, and, like, we're chilling now, I think. But we're still trying to stay back because, you know, we're not entirely sure. Like, again, we're still, like, very nervous. Like, so we're very risk-averse right now. But yeah, no, we understand that they're stalling out for endgame. It's the 9th round of knockout. It's double match point. This is for what? This is literally for all of the marbles. Quite literally every marble. And then I think something insane happens, like, right here. Look at that. If you didn't see it, just, like, look at the right side. Look at Sanchez. Look at the kit. Ready? 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 Are you ready? You're not fucking ready, bro. He shoots air, and then he hits Ormy. This is huge. We know where Ormy is now. He wasted his gadget. So we get some really nice hits on Nerf. Michael didn't use his hyper there, but Nerf wasted his. And we're in a really weird spot. Again, I get fucking supered so much this entire game. I'm just getting bullied. But yeah, no, we got all those kills. We got some really nice squeak shots, and we got it done. Honestly fucking insane how I went 0-2 with 9,000 damage on my last game to the fucking Matcherino pin, but, you know, I played the objective or something. Even though the objective in Knockout is not dying, and I went 0-2. But yeah, that's basically it. GG's to every team that we played. The Matcherino pin should be arriving in about a week, so I'm really looking forward to that. And, yeah, I'm still freaking out, like, holy shit. Okay, bye.